Below, you have just entered the portal of Into the Bliss 1717. Ting! Sending you some yummy, posy vibes. We are all about raising the vibrations around here and keeping them elevated, right? Because when we can raise our vibrations, we are help supporting the entire whole collective's vibrations as well. We're raising the vibes of the earth. Anyway. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Carey Lee. I'm so stoked that you're here with me. I am an intuitive tarotist, and I'm about to bliss you out with today's daily general bliss reading. Actually, I'm already blissing you out with crystal frequencies. I infuse my readings with crystal frequencies. I do have timestamps in the description. If you're not new to this and you want to skip on right down to the reading, go for it. 2:55 on the clock may be important to somebody here. But if you want to learn about how this functions and works and hear the crystal reveal, stay with me. Otherwise, see you over at the reading. Thank you. So this is a bioresonance wearable device. It's called the Healy. It works with based on quantum physics. It works with the quantum field. The app that I use that works with the device is actually running the crystal frequencies right now. The crystal frequencies are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you're watching this. You're still going to benefit from them anytime, so you could rewatch this anytime you want and just be infused with these crystals, right? So the way that this works, I don't know if you've ever had long distance Reiki treatments, but that's pretty much how it works. I have the Into the Bliss 1717 collective scanned into that app. And as part of my ritual, when I am getting ready for the readings, I basically ask Spirit, what crystal frequencies does this collective need to help support them for the channeled messages that are going to be coming through in today's message? And so without further ado, think about it. The quantum field, it's accessing everybody's auric fields to determine which top 5 frequencies would best benefit the whole collective, right? And it's basically, I just lost my train of thought. What the Sam hell? Oh, think about the quantum field. It can access the past, the present, the future, any timeline. It can access past lives. It's pretty friggin' amazing, actually. It's even better when it's customized just for your own reading. So anywho, I will be putting together packages if you want to do personalized tarot readings with me. You can have the option to have your personal tarot readings also infused with crystal frequencies, as well as having your own aura scanned. You can have, there's hundreds of thousands of different frequencies that we can work with. So that is coming down the pipe soon. Without further ado, we're 3:03 in on the timer. Let's get to the crystal reveal. Crystal number 1, if I crucify this name, don't shoot the messenger. Rhodochrosite, RHODOCHROSITE. This is bringing in the frequencies of the earth into our heart chakras to balance our heart chakras out after healing and transformative experiences. The second crystal that we've got is jade. Jade is bringing us into a state of peace, balance, simplicity. Again, another heart opener, heart soother, bringing in those earth frequencies to help bring our hearts into balance. The third one that we've got going on here, let's see, Brazilian amethyst. This is all about moving lower vibrational energy up to higher vibrational energy states so that we can actually access spiritual guidance, our inner guidance, inner tuition. Brazilian quartz, basically it's a cleansing white light, energizing, synchronizing our auric fields, our subtle bodies, and the physical body to the earth's natural vibration. And let's see, I'm looking for pearl here. I already talked about Brazilian amethyst. Pearl is our last one that's coming in. Oh yeah, promotes the release of layers of irritation in the mental and emotional bodies, which are reflected in the physical body as hardness or inflexibility. Helps one turn antagonism for themselves into an awareness and acceptance. So I feel like I'm definitely going to be speaking to a collective who's kind of been going through it. Maybe you're going through a more difficult expansion experience, some of the learning, the obstacles, the challenges, learning the processes may be a little bit more intense for you right now. This could also be, a collective dealing with some heartbreak, maybe some type of job loss or love loss, something along those lines. But I feel like without further ado, I've gone ahead and pre-shuffled the oracle cards that we're going to start off with today. I'm using Rebecca Candle's Starseed Oracle deck right here. So I think that's pretty perfect. I may be dealing with people who are going through another level of expansion experience. This is literally the day before the full moon in Sagittarius is popping off too. So could be feeling those Sagittarian full moon vibes coming in. I definitely feel like this is going to be something of a lesson of letting go and releasing. That's definitely running in properly with the theme of the full moon. The full moon is all about letting go and releasing what is not helping us get to achieving our life and soul goals, right? So the first card that came up was Breath of the Cosmos. Gorgeous freaking card. So basically this says, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. It's like the other one, loosen your grip, coping mechanism, density, addiction, letting God in. I feel like between both of these cards, it's really, really loud. Great Spirit is practically yelling, not at you, for you. Like, babe, you cannot control the all. You cannot control the will of the divine. You cannot control the divine's plans or timing or how things are going to unfold. And when you cling really hard to the outcome and you're like trying to control every little nook and cranny, number one, that's resistance. Number two, you're repelling the very thing or things or people, places, things that you're trying to actually bring in and attract, right? So you're repelling it when you hold on too tight. And it's so funny because as I was shuffling the tarot deck, I pre-shuffle my decks and split them so all of that business is done. But what was on the bottom of the tarot deck, we haven't even gotten into it, is the Four of Pentacles. And that's all about holding on too tight. So it's like Spirit is really loud that, baby, you're holding on way too tight. I feel like some really good things are trying to come through. This portal card. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. You decide whether or not you're going to let go of your need to be controlling and controlling everything. That's like perfectionism, right? Or are you going to surrender to the divine and like let yourself bathe and feast on unquestioning and unreasonable faith in the divine's plans, timing, and providence over your life and your soul's destiny? I'm talking mustard seed faith, guys. Mustard seed faith, okay? Let's go ahead and get after it with the, let's go ahead and see what the tarot, I'm interested to see what this tarot has to say. Like, it was already loud and screaming before I even got after it. Okay, Spirit, what's ahead of the on the path for this collective's best and highest? What do they need to know, please? And thank you, Spirit. I just heard two more, my love. Woo! A lot of energy popping off on this deck. Ooh, Hermit, Devil. 6 of Swords. 3 of Swords. 7 of Swords. 9 of Swords. Oh, yeah. There's been some stressing out going on here. Judgment. 5 of Cups. The Sun. Lots of stress happening here. Lots of stress happening here. We're going to fix that, my loves. We're going to fix that. All right, just give me a second here to sit at this and kind of get a little dealio. I'm gonna take a little sip. Gonna take a little sip. See what we got here. We at 10:10. 10:10 on the timer could be significant. It's all about endings. Endings and new beginnings. I like to think about 10:10 as 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Yeah, so like in the past, we've got Hermit energy, Devil energy, Six of Swords energy. I feel like, I mean, you could be dealing with a Virgo, you could be dealing with a Capricorn here. I feel like the Hermit is here. I'm not going to josh. The Hermit is here. He's shining his light on the fact that you have done a lot of work. You have done a lot of work in the past here. It's almost like yeah, you've done a lot of work here. You've done a lot of introspection, a lot of inner depth work, right? You've had some significant time like on your own, which is really necessarily especially when we're in some of our first experiences of expansion experiences, really cleaning out, emptying that vessel, getting through those initial really big expansion experiences where it's really painful because you're just like, what the heck's going on? But I feel like the Hermit is, and I'm going to hide the naked bodies of these people. The Hermit is illuminating the Devil energy here, okay? And that you have been working really hard to move away from, you've been moving away from patterns, unhealthy, toxic behavioral patterns. This could be thoughts, beliefs, feelings. This could be maybe you've walked away from drinking. Maybe you've walked away from over shopping, over gambling. It's addiction is addiction. Not saying that you're an addict, but sometimes we lean into things as coping mechanisms when we're like trying to, numb ourselves out from like feeling our emotions or like dealing with things and that such. But I feel like with the Six of Swords behind the Devil card, I feel like that is your spirit guides. In the past, they have been helping you move away from those behaviors and moving towards healing. There's a broken heart here. So you're moving towards healing from something. Again, this could be the loss of a job. This could be the loss of, a love. This could be you grieving and healing from, letting go of older versions of yourself. As we grow and evolve and we change, it's like, we do go through a bit of a grieving process of letting the old versions of ourselves go. It's all we've ever known, even if it was an unhealthy version of ourselves, it's still the only version of ourselves that we know. And I know, hey, even when you're dealing with like turmoil in your life or chaos in your life, addictions in your life, it's like when you sit in those feelings and those situations and those scenarios for long periods of time, like longer than you should, we get comfortable. We get used to those feelings, even if they're unpleasant feelings. And so anytime there's change, anytime there is healing involved, it can be a little overwhelming for us. It can create anxiety staying up all night because, feeling these new feelings of, peace and calm and like happiness and contentment. Like we're not used to feeling those feelings. I'm getting a big sixth chakra squeeze on that. It can feel very uncomfortable and we can feel like that's not natural. When in fact, you got to flip it and realize that, part of breaking patterns, part of making a choice, a conscious choice to break free of unhealthy patterns, there's a level of resilience that comes into play. There's a level of being courageous and really, allowing yourself to face yourself in such a way that, you can see what needs to be let go of. You can see what you need to let go of. You can see what patterns you're carrying on and holding on to so much. And it's just so overwhelming. And so like with this 10 of Wands, like you've reached the end of this. Like you can let go now. You can let go and release. The 4 of Cups, she is so focused on what went wrong. She's so focused on what went wrong, what she lost, or, what she doesn't have right now. She doesn't see that, great spirits trying to offer her a cup of love. Whether this cup of love is like, hey, you need to nurture yourself and give yourself a little self-love, or whether it's a new offer of love, or whether it's something fulfilling coming in, right? Yeah, I feel like you're really struggling right now. 7 of Swords. A lot of people think that this is automatically about lying, being somebody lying to you, you lying to yourself. I mean, on some aspects, yes, it can be about that. And when we're talking about lying to ourselves, in some terms, I feel like that can come kind of into play with the Devil card when we're talking about, denying. It's like about denial, self-denial. And again, that's one of those self-sabotaging, self-defeating behavioral patterns that's probably time to think about letting go of and breaking free of. And I feel like you're doing that work. I feel like you're either doing it or you're about to do it, and it's just like really wigging you out. I invite you to look at this from a different perspective. If you look at the 7 of Swords like this, you see how we've got this little like, what do you call it? It's like a freaking tent, right? It's a tent. It's a circus tent. And so it's not stable. It's not a stable structure. I mean, one big, like strong mode of wind could come and just blow that thing right off its foundation. Like it's not solid. It's not going to withstand the test of time, right? And so maybe this is you strategizing, and you know that you have to walk away from people, places, and things, and that's bringing you such anxiety about letting this stuff go, whatever it is that you have to let go of, and you do. But I feel like this is about him moving forward. He's taking what he needs. He's not taking everything. He's only taking what he needs, which is the 5 swords, and he is moving towards a better, more healthier direction. He's going to go take those 5 swords of truth, slice through his own bullshit, slice through everybody else's bullshit, and he's going to go build a new foundation built on that truth, built on his truth, right? And I feel like you're struggling with this. I feel like you feel guilty about this on some level, whoever I'm talking to. I feel like you feel guilty about this. The Judgment card is making me feel like you feel guilty about this. And, the Judgment card is really, truly, in this particular reading, it's screaming to me that this is an opportunity for you to take a good, honest look at yourself, okay, with self-compassion, okay? It's time to be accountable for your part in things, right? What I invite you to ask yourself, am I making choices and decisions from a place of fear that will sabotage my efforts, sabotage me achieving my goals? Or am I making decisions and choices from a place of confidence, from a place of love, right? Am I speaking to myself in my mind? Am I speaking down to myself? Am I speaking to myself in a self-defeating way that will put me into these unhealthy coping mechanisms of procrastination or avoidance or perfectionism, when I could be speaking to myself in a positive light, like being my biggest cheerleader, like cheering myself on? It's really, truly your choice. And I feel like with the Judgment card, it's like Spirit's inviting you once and for all to take one last look at your place in it all How are you showing up in your life? How do you want to show up in your life moving forward? And, make peace with this. Forgive yourself for the decisions and choices that you've made up until now, up until this healed, more transformed version of you, right? Forgive yourself for the choices and decisions that you've made up until this point, because you can only choose and make choices based upon where you were at in your own level of consciousness, in your own level of healing. It's one of those things we only do things based upon what we know in that moment and that time. So it's about forgiving yourself, taking that accountability, letting it go, and celebrating the wins. You know what? Let it go. To let emotions go, it's really facing it, facing whatever it is, facing that devil in the face. You know what I mean? Not giving it the energy that it's had up to this point. It's you know what? Acknowledging the emotion or the feeling that's coming through, thanking it for whatever it's given you up to this point, whether it's protected you, you know what I mean? Thank it for whatever it's given you. Thank it for the lessons that you've learned from that situation, from whatever it is that you need to let go, and then let it go. I'm grateful for the lessons that I've learned from you, but it's time to let you go. There's no more room for you in my headspace on this. Gotta go. And then celebrate that win. That is an abundance magnet. You know what I mean? I feel like the judgment card that comes after that is the 5 of Cups. And again, here comes a similar message. You've got the 4 of Cups. You've got the 5 of Cups. You've got the 9 of Swords. It's all about being worried and focused on what happened yesterday, what's happening tomorrow, what's happening in the future. I mean, he is focused on these 3 spilled cups. There's 5 cups total, and these 5 cups all have the same thing in it, right? The same choices, the same behaviors, the same paths, very similar paths, right? 3 of them have already gone down and spilled. He's devastated by it. He's focused on what went wrong, what's not going right in his current life. And he's like, okay, I got 2 cups behind me. I can take a drink out of those 2 cups and keep going down the same freaking path and repeat these patterns over and over again. Or I can choose to walk over that bridge. I can cross over into a different timeline. Okay, I've already done this healing work. I can cross over into a different timeline, right? And claim my castle. Claim my inner castle of peace and serenity and clarity. And what's coming in that inner castle is clarity. It is looking at the world through a completely different lens. Instead of looking at the world as what has gone wrong, what is going wrong, what I don't have enough of, you're looking at the lens through, wow, there's plenty for everybody. There's abundance everywhere. Holy crap, I'm limitless. I'm unstoppable. Letting yourself be playful like that of a small child. Looking through the lens of curiosity. Looking at everything with a sense of playfulness. Are you paying bills? You dread paying bills every month? You dread just the process? Why not be grateful that you have the resources to pay the bills with ease or not, but be grateful that you have the resources to pay the bills. And while you're typing on the computer, setting up your payments to go out, hey, this is fun. I'm so grateful that it's so easy for me to type and submit these payments this way instead of having to do it the old fashioned way, licking a stamp and mailing them out and wondering if, snail mail is going to deliver it. Wow, I love technology. This is actually kind of fun. I can actually chill and relax doing this and listen to some music, run some crystal therapy frequencies. I mean, we do have control over what we think. Our perceptions over things. You literally are the master of your mind. And if you don't realize that yet, I'm here to tell you, when you do start to realize that, it opens you up to a completely different way of seeing this world and seeing the way you see people, places, and things. The Sun card is brilliant. It's amazing. I love it. Overarching energy in this for you guys is victory. The 6 of Wands. Victory. Coming through it at the end. Do you know what I mean? Success. transformation. The horses are about transformation and movement. Let's get some final advice for you on this. I feel like this is not a bad reading at all. This is actually a really good reading that shows the amount of work that you've already put in. And I'm so freaking proud of you. I feel like you're tired. I feel like you're exhausted and you're tired from everything up to this point. And I feel like you need to let yourself have adequate rest and adequate time to integrate, which basically means to apply the lessons that you're learning into your daily life to see what is really working and what's not working so you can go back and tweak things. Actually, let me use the other deck for clarifying. Spirit, what's the final advice for this beautiful collective for their best and highest? What action can they take to achieve their best and highest outcome in this? Please and thank you. That card wants to come out. Ace of Pentacles, baby. Ace of Pentacles. That portal, that door opening, the Ace of Pentacles is behind it. What else, please, Spirit? Please and thank you. I feel like I'm talking to the collective that's already been through it, that you're already doing this work. I feel like you're really exhausted and tired, and you feel like, oh my God, how much more of this do I need to go through? I feel like it's a matter of you really, truly just releasing and letting go. Like those emotions are still stuck. That's why that bloodstone is still running. No, not bloodstone. I'm sorry. You're not hearing the, you're not receiving your internal guidance because you're stuck in the lower vibrational energies is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I feel like this Ace of Pentacles that just popped out was the first card that popped out when I said, what kind of actions can they take? That totally goes in with, I'm picking it up. It's the Ace of Pentacles is right behind this portal. That's long-term commitment. That's long-term success. What actions can they take to access this portal, Spirit? Please and thank you. I just heard, let go, let go, let go. Let go of your need to control. That's it right there. Let go, let go, let go. Surrender to the universe. Surrender to Great Spirit. Let your soul lead. Let your soul lead. You got to get tapped back into your intuition and your heart. Shh, shh, shh. Let me get the thing out they're saying. Five of Pentacles. Dark Night of the Soul. I just got a 6 chakra squeeze on that one. Somebody's going through the dark night of the soul. You're coming out of it. Or you're out of it, but you're still like lingering in the emotions of it. It's time to let that go. Get some movement. This is what I'm picking up, you guys. You're holding on too tight to the past. It's blocking the portal from opening. It's blocking the Ace of Pentacles from coming in. Stay away from drama. 2 more, Spirit, please. Ooh. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. 9 of Swords came out again. 9 of Swords came out again. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is saying, not your circus, not your monkeys. 9 of Swords here. Stay away from the drama. Sometimes we feel like we've got to insert ourselves in, try to save everybody, try to fix everybody. Again, this is about letting go of control. And yeah, it's like taking a step back away from that drama so that you can actually focus on you and focus on your Ace of Pentacles and your growth that wants to come through. The 5 of Pentacles is like a feeling of being left out in the cold. This is also like scarcity, thinking like a lack mindset, like maybe there's financial or money troubles. Again, letting go. Don't hold on tight to that. Abundance is coming through. The Ace of Pentacles is coming through. I did pick up somebody was in a dark night of the soul with this, or you're out of the dark night of the soul, but you're still acting like you're still in it. You're clinging on. You're holding on to those emotions. Yeah, that Knight of Swords popped off again too. Lots of anxiety. You need to make getting sleep a priority. Okay, so main action on this. This is your main course of action. 8 of Pentacles to finish doing the work. Finish doing the work, the depth work. Finish this off in terms of letting go of focusing on the past, focusing on what went wrong, focusing on what you don't have. Let go of it and walk that bridge. Claim your sun, claim your clarity, claim your new perspective. And when you do that, the cycle ends. The cycle of wallowing in the past ends. The cycle of whatever needs to end ends, right? And you heal. Your wish fulfillment comes in. You heal from this. Your wish fulfillment comes in. That portal opens, guys. The portal opens and your Ace of Pentacles comes through. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. This is actually really beautiful. This is really beautiful. And it couldn't have come at a more perfect time. This reading, again, is going to post on Wednesday, May 21st. It is a timeless reading. However, just before the Sagittarius full moon, this is a perfect time to get in and sink into your full moon rituals and really write out who you forgive, including yourself, forgiving people, forgiving yourself. What are you grateful for? You know what I mean? And really, truly, what patterns, what self-sabotaging, self-defeating patterns can you release with this full moon and open yourself up to this portal, open yourself up to adventure, to taking new risks so that you can access this Ace of Pentacles, babe. It looks beautiful for you. I hope that this reading was meaningful for you. If you did find it meaningful and impactful, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button and the subscribe button. It helps my channel grow and it helps the message get out to other people who may benefit from it, like yourself. So until the next time, my loves, be well, live well, love well. I love you all so much. Thank you for being with me today. Take care.